Right then everybody, welcome back to my stream. I hope you can all hear me okay and all the sound is good and stuff. Please let me know if the music's a bit too loud and I'll turn that down anytime. I'm just going to let the views count up a little bit and then we'll get started in about a couple of minutes. So I hope this goes glitch free tonight. Last night was a bit of a test, but hopefully today it all goes okay. So thanks for tuning in, and please tell everyone about this. Go on Twitter, go on Facebook, go on everything, and tell everyone that I'm streaming live on YouTube right now. So thanks a lot guys, and I'll be with you in a couple of minutes. Right then guys, let's get straight into this and start playing some games. Please let me know if the music is a bit too loud. It might be, I'm not too sure, but I think it should be okay. Forgive me about the cheese of the music, by the way. I've had to use the a lot of royalty-free music, so I'm not going to be able to stream stuff like copyrighted music because that's pretty much out of the question because of my partnership and stuff. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the stream and let's get to it. See what we'll just play a game with Darkrai straight away because it's a good way to get people to tune into the channel for a start. and then later on we'll play some more fun decks, as I get dealt a pretty awful hand right here. And I'm not going to bench the Darkrai. Gets to go first. He does, and it looks like we've got his Zekrom in the active spot. See if he's running any kind of Zekrom heals. And it's a duel. So we're going to be playing some kind of HGSS deck. He's got two heads, so let's hope it's not a ZPST. It could be, I guess. Wait for him to find out what he wants to grab, see if he can actually donk me or not. I'm pretty worried right now, actually. And he grabs a Raikou. And is that a Reap right there? Looks like it is. So I kind of need some kind of support here. Odds are I'll draw Juniper just because that's how it is, but no, I draw a Pokemon Catcher. That's still not great. My hand is pretty dead right now. I'm gonna have to put a Darkrai down because so I just need some kind of like, in case he kind of donks me, if you know what I mean. There's a Reap, I'm just going to see what it does and just end my turn. I'm going to attach the Rocky Helmet to his Zekrom. It's okay. Becomes a Flappy and a Silent, so he's definitely going to have the energy to Bolt Strike next turn, which is really bad for me. But I hope he'll be able to catch us something to get out of this. Okay, I have an N, which is pretty good. So I'm going to capture the Flappy. Air Potion, just I can get it into the discard pile, why not? Go for that N. Come on, energy would be nice, but I do not get any. That's an issue. What's that about? I do have an N though. But it means I'm going to be a turn behind, but hopefully he doesn't have kind of like a switch or something. I'm not sure what a Flappy does because been out of format and isn't really relevant at all. Retreat and probably Outrage. It's an Ampharos. Whenever an opponent attaches an energy, put 1 damage counter on. So that's an Ampharos Prime. For those of you that weren't around for Primes, this was last format. It's an out of format deck that I'm playing against. But it's giving me some issues because of my dead hands. But hopefully we can get out of this situation. So he does capture the Darkrai. Not too much of an issue. Just going to Outrage for 0. Oh, do I get a Crushing Hammer? That is good. That is good. I get a Heads as well. Even better. Let's go for a Tool Scrapper because I don't really want to be drawing that. And another end to try and fish for some form of energy here. And there's 1, 2, 3. 3 energy in a Sableye. So the good thing here is that I did draw an energy switch as well. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I get the 10 damage. Let's go for the energy switch. And I'll get back the crushing hammer and the catcher. So let's see what he can get out of this. I'm not really sure. He comes down a Mewtwo. It's pretty aggressive. Not sure how much of an issue that's going to be right now. Seems though there's no energy on my side of the field at all. Here comes an Ultra Ball. Let's see what he gets from there. Actually, it won't show us because that's a glitch with PTCGO. It doesn't actually show us what they grab with Ultra Ball, but it's a Zekrom EX. So that's going to be a great catcher target. And could be our way back into this game because we're not drawing very well at all. And he's taking his sweet time about this. I'm going to double colourless. Let's try this crushing hammer here, see if we get ahead, and we do. So I'm going to get rid of that double colourless. Usually I'd use my enhanced hammers for that, but I just cannot get the energy right now. Can't get the supporters, sorry, not the energy. Don't know. So I'm going to catch up with Zekrom EX to stall a little bit, and I'll probably get a crushing hammer and an energy switch. Yeah. So that means I can get a Night Spear next turn. And a Raichu Prime. Can't see a Pikachu, so that's not really coming out. And we finally get a random receiver. Woo! That conductivity is getting pretty annoying. And getting 3 heads on crushing hammers is really nice. Just random receiver, see what kind of support we get out of this. And we have a guy that's saying I will only win with luck, which is really nice. Not sure that's the truth, but pretty funny even nonetheless. So it's energy switch from here to here. And we will then play the end. So it does give him more cards, but I need some more outs out of here because it's getting pretty low on resources here. But anyway, he's got no energy, and it's looking pretty good from here. Dynamo, and here's a durable one heads, one tails. Not much of an issue because he's just benched his Dynamo anyway, which will be my next target for night speed. Okay, I will turn the music down a little bit. Let me know how much better that is, or worse. I'm hoping it's better. But here we go. I've got another crushing hammer which I can annoy him with, which is good. Touching Eagle to my Darkrai and then put another Dark Energy onto it, which gets another 10 blast from conductivity, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. And Kajmir 34. Trading is not back just yet, but by the end of October it will be back. So you will be able to build much better decks much easier rather than shoving in a load of codes and hoping for the best. So I am going to attack and target down that Dynamo, which gives me 2 prizes. So please do let me know in the comments if everything's sounding okay, you can hear everything alright, and awesome. Thanks guys. Because I can't actually hear the stream, I can only hear what's coming out my speakers, which isn't too great, but I'm glad I got it perfect, and hopefully this is enjoyable for you. So he has to pass again after attaching to his Raikou, and I'm going to take 2 prizes here. I'm going to Ultra Ball a Enhanced Hammer. And a Dark Energy. I could have enhanced, you know what. I'm going to go for a dual ball. No, I'm in dual ball mode. Go Ultra Ball away 2 Dark Energies and get back. Get probably another Darkrai. There's not much that I need right now, but I'm just kind of thinning out my deck. Probably will Juniper this turn. And let's go for Dark Patches. I can get a double Dark Patch here. I'll put 1 on the Darkrai that has 2 energy on it, and 1 on the one that has none, sorry, because I still have an energy attachment left for the turn. And it just brings them all up for free retreat later on. And then we'll go for a Juniper, because special energy is a bit sparse on his side of the field. And let's see what we'll get given here. So a very decent hand. See if we can stop him from doing a Volt Bolt anytime soon. And we can. So he's probably going to be a bit angry about that. I've got 4 out of 5 heads, so anyone would be angry, I guess. But that's the deck. I'm going to put a Dark Claw on my other Darkrai. And that's pretty much it. And we'll take 2 prizes this turn. And yeah, 4 prizes to 6. Get an Enhanced Hammer. And an Ultra Ball. So not bad at all. His Raikou isn't going to be doing much apart from possibly paralysing, which is going to be a bit annoying. If you did watch my stream yesterday, I got paralysed 3 or 4 turns in a row with that thing, so it can happen. In comes a switch. I'm not sure what he's planning here. Into the Zekrom and passing. So how many catches do I left? I think I've got 2 left. I've got 1, 2 in the discard pile. So I think it's safe to go for a Cherin. See if we can get one. If not, not too bad. Oh, I do get one, so that's quite lucky. I'm going to catch up the Mewtwo, because that'll be an easy 2 prizes if you can't retreat it. And then go for... I can also go for an energy switch and attachment next turn to try and get... I'm going to put the 30 snipe on the Zekrom, sorry, I was meant to say that first. But yeah, I'll be able to get the sniping going. Because Zekrom can be a pain, because I don't want to Night Spirit, as it will outrage me for a lot of damage. And he scoops, so that was inevitable, I guess. After all those crushing hammerheads. And that's the first game. So, a deck I do want to try now is Rayquaza. This is a pretty fun deck. It's quite consistent and obviously uses Electric, Rayquaza and Raikou EX as well to, yeah, pretty much get attackers out turn after turn that can do a lot of damage. And if you do want to play me, then do add my screen name. My screen name I'm using at the moment, it's not my account, but it is DANJEM. So add me on there, and when I finish this game, I will accept challenges, I guess. And I start with a Tynamo, which is pretty scary. That's the only thing I don't like about playing Electric, is that you start with Tynamos. Gets donked by stuff like Mewtwo, which is definitely still around. And we don't go first. And there's a Tynamo. Here comes a random receiver. He grabs an N. It's not too bad for me. My hand is a bit... Actually, my hand is pretty decent, so that will be a bit painful. If he does decide to play it, of course. I'm sure he will. Yep, there it is, and I hope I don't get end into awful hands, because ends on the first turn can actually end up quite bad, even if you do draw 6 cards. But here we go. See, supporterless. Yeah, that's not great. He gets the paralysis as well, and there's a Juniper. So it got a bit better. The Electric is going to have to go, which is a bit annoying. Let's just go for the Tynamo. The Mulga was tempting. But I'm going to touch the fire, just catch up his Zekrom just to get a bit of stall in there, if possible, and then Juniper for fresh 7, which is always awesome. And that's a pretty interesting hand. I got double Electric, which is really nice. And some ends as well. So I think I'm just going to have to end it there for now. Yep. So I see I've got a friend request, which I can't accept right now. Damn. So there's a double colourless Skyro Bridge, which is really going to help me out. It saves me getting mine out. And in comes an Electric on his side. I can't remember how much energy he's discarded. He does play Mewtwo. It's nice to know. Goes for an outrage on my Tynamo as well. So I draw into another Electric, which is Okay. So I can put down this Rayquaza now. This damn chat box. I have to play the end, which is really annoying. My hand is, we've got way too many duplicates in it right now. Way too many. So let's end those in. He's going to get 3 more cards, which is not what you want to do, but hopefully I draw something better off this hand, which I really do not. No energy. And that's going to be a bit of a pain. What I can Ultra Ball for is an Emolga. Which is what I'm going to do. Does get rid of some really good cards though. But it needs to be done. I know it's in the deck already. Just gets another Dynamo onto the field and then I can get 3 electrics out hopefully. And I'm not going to Celestial Roar. Second guessing now. I could just go for the Thunder. No, let's go for Golf Family. Please tell me it's in here. I have a Thunderous as well, which is interesting. Do I have? I don't know if I have any more electrics in here. No, it doesn't look like I do, so I'm going to go for the Thunderous. Thunderous is an inclusion that I've been trying out. I always have one kind of tech spot, and I'm just trying it out for now. So he obviously has the better start than me. Hopefully his electric stays in the active position for a bit longer, because we need to buy a turn here. He goes for an Ultra Ball. See what he discards. It's 2-line energy, so that's a really good range. And he has a Juniper as well, so he's going to get off to a flying start here. Might be able to get rid of one of my electrics off the field. And it doesn't look like he's got the switch, or does he? And here comes another Mewtwo. With another Eviolite. But I do run Tool Scrapper in this list, so hopefully we can get that out. There's 3 Eviolites on the field now. That Zekrom is pretty threatening. I'm not liking that Zekrom there. I think I am running low on resources already. I use 2 catches. Yeah, 2 catches and 2 electrics are in the discard pile. So let's go for a random receiver, see what we get. Hoping for a Juniper. Or a Bianca, that would be pretty handy too. While the game catches up. It's an N. Of course it's an N. So playing at ends a lot, that's pretty bad for me too. I don't really want to be doing that. So he's definitely going to be able to retreat next turn. And this is a sticky spot to be in. So this is attached to Rayquaza. And then N. Playing these ends I'm not a big fan of at all. So we do get a Super Rod and Juniper with 3 lightning energy in hand, which is actually pretty amazing. Let's play that Super Rod, get 2 of those electrics back into play, because I'm going to need them for later on, because I'm behind already. Come on, click. And looks like I'm just going to have to go for a Static Shock, because I have no energy in the discard pile, but next turn is a big turn. I will be able to get off a massive Dragon Burst, and be able to draw 7 cards. So let's see what he can pull off this turn. That Mewtwo is a bit scary because they all have Eviolites on. All of his attackers have Eviolites. He's going to get another electric into play. So my Raikou is going to come into play quite a bit. Here comes a Max Potion as well. It's a bit wasteful. I don't think he needed to do that. He does have to attach a double colourless, which is notable. Worth noting, sorry. And okay, he's playing a Juniper, so it wasn't too bad. He does get rid of not too many things and gets a fresh hand of 7. So this game is turning out to be really nice. Really good. But depending on what kind of turn you can get out here, it depends. We're going to see what I can get out on my next turn. So Mewtwo isn't actually the best attacker against Rayquaza because Rayquaza dumps a lot of its energy into the discard pile fairly quickly. And I'm feeling okay about my position. As I've been saying, it depends on exactly what he does. His Mewtwo's getting pretty big. He's got a switch, that's pretty good because he's already got that double colours on the electric, but he does have that one without energy on the bench. In comes a catcher, so I'm not going to be able to pull off any kind of electric shenanigans. And that 30 damage seemed to matter quite a bit. And there's the Tool Scrapper. So let's play this Tool Scrapper. Which one to get rid of? There's an Eviolite on the Zekrom and an Eviolite on the Mewtwo. Let's go for both Mewtwo's. Let's attach Rayquaza and then Juniper finally gets some energy in this discard pile, but I've only got one electric on the field. I'll be able to get another Tynamo into play, which is good. I got a catcher as well. So there's me Tynamo. I will bench that. Dynamotor onto the Rayquaza for now. And I do want him to attack and to put that energy into the discard pile, so I'm just going to end my turn there. 25, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 100. It's going to have to be it. So risky play. If he gets a catcher, I'm not sure he's going to be able to knock out my Rayquaza. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. This game's getting pretty close though. That catch on my electric did stop me from attacking that turn. I could have retreated to my Thundurus, which would have saved the prize, but I do kind of want him to attack with an EX. So he does take the prize, and I'll be able to end him next turn. But I don't think I'm going to do that because he didn't have that. I don't think he's got that good of a hand, to be honest. And here is where my Rayquaza chain could start. Especially because I just drew another electric. So let's get that one into play. We're about to carry this Mewtwo this turn, which is awesome. I'll also be able to attach to the Rayquaza. And I think I'm going to... let's go for another Dynamotor on the Thundurus. So this tune is actually pretty funny. Yeah. I haven't listened to most of these tracks yet. I'm going to hold on to my supports for now because I like what I've got in my hand. And then I'm just going to take 2 straight prizes. And I probably should have Dynamoted to the Rayquaza actually, but it shouldn't make too much of an issue. And Dragon Burst for my first KO. Which is a double KO at that. So this is where Rayquaza really shines. You can take down EX prizes in one shot for 3 simple energy, and then get them straight back, which is really the plus side of running Rayquaza. The only thing I'm worried about is he hasn't played any ends. And he didn't play a supporter last turn, so I'm expecting an end very soon. Here comes a Super Rod. And as you can see, this is where Mewtwo isn't as good, because it can't really X-Ball for much damage right here. I've got energy spread about. Rayquaza gets rid of energy when it takes prizes. And he's going to put back a Mewtwo in, a Zekromian, and probably an energy. Okay, an electric. Makes sense. Must note that I do have the Raikou as well. And there's the end. So let's see what he's probably fishing for a catch right now. We're both down to 4 cards. This could be very big. The mirror match ends come into play a massive amount. So we draw a switch, an energy switch, a Super Rod, and an energy. So we do have the energy, have Super Rod as well. But I could have drawn better than that, to be honest. So he's going to start Dynamotoring onto his Mewtwo. I'm not too worried about that. Mewtwo isn't too big of an attacker in this game. But it could become an issue when I'm trying to save my electrics from getting KO'd. So he goes for a Bolt Strike, very strong move. But I will be able to take a KO on that. I do draw a Skyo Bridge, that's pretty useless. And let me just do some maths here. I'm not good at maths, so bear with me. So 2 energy is 120, minus the 20 for Eviolite is 100. So I'm going to need 3 energy to knock that out. I have got that in hand. What I am worried about is that Rayquaza getting KO'd by a Mewtwo, so he could capture it up. But I think I'm just going to take this single prize and then... let's have a think here. I might not attach the energy because I have energy switch and it's not too bad staying in my hand for now. I don't really need to attach it. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it for now. And just go for the Dragon Burst KO. So I should be in an okay position because he's got a Mewtwo that isn't going to do much damage to my Rayquaza. He could go for an attack on my benched Rayquaza. And hopefully I have a way to get my Raikou into play later on to try and seal this game. There's a catcher, big card to draw off my prizes. Big card, really big card actually. He plays down a Bianca. And I'm feeling quite good about my position for now. Depending on what he plays. If he does KO my electric, that's pretty big. He does have more eels in play, so he's going to get more energy into play. There comes a double colourless from his Mewtwo. And I am pretty much coming down to the fact that I will lose a prize next turn. I really need to get away for that Raikou to come into play, because that's going to be a big factor in me taking this game a bit easier than I could have before. I'd rather he'd X-Ball my active right now, That'd be an okay move from where I'm looking from. He is powering up these Mewtwo's a lot. And in comes X-Ball for 100. So that's definitely what I wanted him to do. What I would have been nice would if I top decked a supporter, but oh well. I'm going to have to use this energy attachment, but I might just energy switch, so I've got that energy attachment in hand, which will be a good move too. And I'm going to be able to take out this Mewtwo. And then, if he doesn't end me, I've got the game. It says Dynamotor once. Dynamotor a second time. And then I'm going to use Energy Switch to Energy Switch from my Thunderous onto my Rayquaza. Had struggled getting that out there, not sure why. And then attach... No, I'm not attaching, am I? Losing my train of thought. So let's get that onto here, and then I'll be able to Dragon Burst for a KO. So as you can see, Tool Scrapper was a major player in this game right now. Getting rid of those two tools was really, really strong. I'm going to retreat, and I have the win next turn if nothing changes in my hand. So I'm threatening the win. I do have lots of outs in my deck. Raikou, sorry, being one of them. I draw a Dynamo and an Ultra Ball, so I have that Raikou as well, an extra way to get that Raikou. So does he have the N? If he does, that's going to be really interesting, because I have a lot of dead cards that I can draw, to be fair, which I couldn't get rid of. Stuff like Skyro Bridge, Tool Scrapper, they're all dead cards, which you don't want to be drawing in when you've got a Mewtwo staring you down. Did bench that Dynamo, which is quite questionable, because now I can just catch a Thunderous, and then use Thunderous to KO it. But let's see what happens. He's loading a lot of energy onto that Mewtwo. In comes a switch. And there's the end. So this got a lot more interesting. A random receiver. My card is a random receiver, and I've used a lot of ends already, so I will put up my Thunderous. I have a switch as well. I don't really want that, so let's play the random receiver, and let's see what we can get from here. It better not be an N, because I've played a few Ns already. It's a Juniper, and that was my top card as well. This is amazing. So I'm going to leave my Dynamotors for now. I have a lot of energy in there. Juniper, and then see if we have the catcher for the win. Hopefully we do. If not, we could get an attachment as well. We have the catcher, so awesome. I did have the Raikou as well, but I didn't have enough energy to attach. So I'm going to attach 2 energy with Dynamotors, and this was a really awesome game, so expect this one to up on YouTube soon, but you've all seen it first on my stream. So I'm just going to retreat into the Raikou. I need to get my Pokemon name sorted out, don't I? And then capture anything really for a KO. Go for an electric. And just say GG. And I will use Celestial Roar. No, I won't. Only kidding. I will use Dragon Burst for the KO. And that was actually a really awesome game. So I'm really glad I captured that on my stream. And yeah, as he said, it was random receiver luck. That was really lucky. There was no way I could have prepared for that N otherwise, because I didn't have anything to get stuff out my hands. Like Level Ball, Ultra Ball would have been the best there, because I had 2 dead cards, which were random receiver, no random receiver, Why do I getting these names mixed up? Skyro Bridge and Tool Scrapper both were dead cards. So yeah, really awesome game there. I'll accept Techno Forever's friend request. And do any of you want to play me now? I've got a little bit of time still left. Just comment in the right hand side. And also comment with some questions you may have for me. This is also an opportunity for you to ask any questions you may have for me. Anything, basically. Deck advice, I don't know. Anything you randomly want to know about me. Yeah, it's a nice opportunity to get you to do that as well. So, if I don't get any challenges in the next few seconds, just challenge me through here rather than asking through comments. Just add me and then I'll accept, and you can just challenge me when I'm on this screen. So when you do challenge me, then I can go for it. If not, then I'll just go for another random match. And we've had some pretty good random matches today. First one was against Empress Prime, and the second one against a really nice mirror match. Well, I had the Rayquaza, which really helped me out. But either way, I've only played 2 games and we've been on here for a very long time already. So if any of you do want to challenge me again, just add me as a friend. My username is Danjem, D-A-N-J-E-M, and yeah, just challenge me by going to the change bit here, click friend battle, and then find me on the friends list. And it will pop up on my screen whether you challenge me or not. So go ahead and do that now if you want, or I'll just click play now and go for another random match. I might play a fun deck this time. So let's see, we have got Darkrai Hydreigon. It's a deck I'm slowly dropping out of being a fan of because it's not as consistent as I'd like it to be, and I'm having trouble getting it as consistent as I like. We do have Quad Rayquaza as always. We've got Hammers, we've got a funny Gothitelle deck, Garbodor, Empoleon. So these are all actually pretty normal decks, I guess. I like Ho-Oh. I might go for Ho-Oh here. It's got a pretty good record actually as well. Much better record than I thought it would be. So I don't know how quickly my comments are refreshing. So do just straight up challenge me on here if you do want a game. I've had a few challenges in the crust already in the comments, but if you do want a game, just add me on here and then challenge me through here. Otherwise, in about a minute or so, I'll just go on a random game. Really nicely. Play Empoleon. Okay, I'll play Empoleon. And what kind of deck would... Milster UK, what kind of deck would you run with 2 Ho-Ohs? If you could get a third by trading and or borrowing, then you can run a normal Ho-Oh deck, basically. So I'm going to play Empoleon and challenge Techno Forever, because apparently it's not letting him. And let me try this. And see how Empoleon tricks me. I've struggled with Empoleon recently. It's really hard to get the list exactly right, but let's see what I've got in here. I should have quickly looked over the list actually, because yeah, I'm having a bit of... I haven't played for it played with it in a while, so I'll have to check how it runs right now. So Techno Forever, let's have this game. So I start out with an interesting hand. And put a Puplup into the active position. I will play with Ho-Oh next, don't worry. Geromatic, what do I think of Mew, Dustox and Ninetales? I actually really like Ninetales Amoonguss a lot more because it's easier to get the Secret Rayquaza. Because it's easier to get the special conditions into play, because you can do it in the same turn as you can attack, which is the issue with Dustox. I don't really like that much. But yeah, it's still a pretty interesting deck. You can get more damage with it, but Amoonguss is a bit better because you can get the initial damage. So here I've got a lone Piplup against a Rayquaza. So I'm guessing we're playing against Rayquaza Eels. Let me have a think here. I'm debating whether to attach the energy or not. No, let's end straight away. Really annoying, and I love it how it gives you that warning of, are you sure you want to end yourself into less cards? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I do. So, another basic would be nice. Rare Candy and Empoleon, not bad. I'm going to put that Terrakion down and end my turn. So I do wish I attached the energy now, but if it was a water, it would have gone straight down, but obviously it wasn't. Michael Garza, he does get a tiny bit. Michael Garza, I do like Ninetales and Moongus, as I just said, but I haven't tried it with the new Poison Stadium, to be honest. But it would be a lot better if you do trying to include that, because the obvious extra damage will really help. So yeah, do try it out. I haven't tried it out myself, so I can't give a good kind of review on it, I guess. But yeah, seems like a good idea. So he Bianca's for 2, gets an Ultra Ball, and gets rid of 2 Lightning Energies, which is... No, Lightning Energy no Raikou to get another Dynamo, and Dragon Pulses me, and gets rid of a Switch and a Lightning. So a Lightning in this card pile for him isn't too bad. I'm going to have to Rare Candy here. And I'm actually going to Cheren, because I don't want to end him. His hand is a bit small. Get the Emolga, which would have been nice last turn. I can dive in draw, but I'm not sure what I'm going to dive in draw. I guess the Super Rod for now. And I haven't played Empoleon in a long time, but it is a really fun deck to play. Play a level ball as well, try and get another Piplup into play. There we go. Piplup. There you go. We should be able to attack command for a decent amount then. Let's go for it. Attack command for 9, 18. Decent on the second turn, I would say. And we've got a pretty good start here, actually. Pokemon Catcher, inevitable on the Terrakion. So he's a bit worried about the Terrakion for now. His hand is obviously really bad. So let's hope we can take advantage of that. I do draw a Juniper. Not sure if I want to play it, to be honest. I need a switch badly. What I do play in here is a lot of energy switch. So if I do this and Juniper, I'm going to still have... Yeah, that's Juniper. It's risky. I hate getting rid of supporters, especially 2 with Juniper, but I'm going to go for it because I do have the inbuilt draw of Empoleon, which I can use this time. And I don't get what I wanted. I'm going to dive in draw, get rid of the Max Potion. I guess I only ran 2 Terrakion in this list, so I don't really want to get rid of that just yet. Still fishing for that energy switch, which I don't get. And let's go for an Ultra Ball. So I can get another Empoleon into play, which is a really nice thing, but I'm getting rid of so many resources right now, and it's paining me to do it. I'm going to have to do it again with this Empoleon too. So there's a lot of stuff in the discard pile already. Cheren's gonna have to go. I'm sorry, Cheren. But I don't get what I need, and I'm just gonna have to pass, which is really upsetting. Actually, let's go for a catch on the Dynamo. I just want to control his energy a bit more, because his hand isn't the best, obviously, and I will be able to get a retaliate the next turn if he doesn't paralyze me. If he does, then it stays there. I can just try and dive and draw my way out of it. I do need to check how many switch I do run in this, by the way. I'm not really sure. If I even do run any, I guess. And here comes a Thunder Wave. And it's a Tails. So that was quite big. I do run switch. There's a switch. So that has 50 on it. We should be okay here. I'm actually going to put an energy onto the Terrakion. And I will probably just retaliate. I don't need to do anything else yet. I don't want any more resources going into the discard pile. I need to save these, and I take my first prize, which is awesome. Well, he has a pretty dead hand, I would guess. Get an Emolga. Will up my call for my attack command, sorry. And things are looking good. For me, anyway. It's a really unfortunate start for him. And he's going to get a Shred. That is a KO, but that's not too much of an issue for me. It's a fair trade. As I get another Piplup. So I'm going to put... I'm going to dive and draw away that Piplup to try and get some more into my hand. Because I don't really want to use them Junipers just yet. Get more switches, what's this about? I don't need that Ultra Ball anymore. But this is the really nice thing about Empoleon. You can really abuse N later on. You can get rid of stuff you don't really want, and then just go ahead and get stuff you need. Retreat. And things are getting quite scary for him. If he doesn't draw a Pokemon, then it's game over. Geomatic, what Pokemon do you think will work with the new Blastoise in the next set? Blastoise is really interesting, but do I think it's just a Water-type Emboar? Pretty much. It does have a better attacker with Keldeo because it can switch itself in, which is really interesting. I do really like that. I'm not really sure because I haven't done much testing with the new set, to be honest. I probably should, but I don't really... I'm playing on this so much right now that... Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I do like Keldeo. I don't like its attack that much, but the ability really makes it that much more playable. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it as I haven't done any testing of it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to save this energy because I've got some switches in hand that I can use. I guess I can dive and draw that rare candy away because I don't want to get end into some appalling hand. What am I doing? Yeah. See what I get from here. I get an energy switch and a level ball. So let's level ball and get something else useless out of our deck. And that's what I really, really like about Empoleon. So I've got some blend in here as well, which is interesting. So I've got some I really haven't got that much useful in my deck, to be honest. I have to be careful about how many cards I'm drawing as well. I should be safe for now. So that is a very decent hand. So I'm going to stick with that, straight up attack. And take a KO. And I think he's still in top deck mode. I think he top decks the Dynamo. And does he have anything? Should probably check the chat box. And no, he doesn't have anything. So that'll be a win for me with Penguins. Love the Penguins. Just catcher. But I do have the switch. Come on, let me... And attack command for that KO and take the last Pokemon out of his thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and challenge him again. I might use a different deck this time. Empoleon is fun though, really fun. What deck should I use against him? Quick, while he's not watching the stream. Show the comments. I'm just going to quickly check what's in the Empoleon deck. So I'm quite tempted to use Ho-Oh, because, wow, what's happened to my deck boxes? There we go. So yeah, what deck should I use against him? I've got I've got Penguins, I've got Ho-Oh, I've got Darkrai Hydreigon, I've got Darkrai Hammers, Rayquaza Electric, as you just saw. So I have 4 Energy Switch, 2 Max Potions. Okay, I play 3 Switch, that's decent. I only play 1 Super Rod, which is a bit silly. Let's take out one of these and put in another Super Rod. Okay, I'm using Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh's got the most votes. Oh, how do I do this? I've forgotten again. Now this stupid pop-up's in the way. Just choose my deck. Ho-Oh's pretty hit and miss actually for who's that? Milsa UK again. It's pretty hit and miss. As if you watched my stream yesterday, or tried to watch my stream yesterday, it is really difficult to get consistent as possible. This is the list that I used or put in my top 5 regionals deck video that I uploaded just a few days ago. So it's trying to be as consistent as possible. It just runs Mewtwo and Terrakion, the 2 best decks, best attackers for this deck at the moment. It has 1 Tornado CX as well. And yeah, I just feel this is really... And he's going for Empoleon Excelgor. Really interesting. I do run a lot of Super Scoop Ups in this deck though. So this is really interesting. I haven't played this matchup before, so this is a learning experience for me as well. Right then, Terrakion start. Not sure I'm a fan of that. And how do I feel about Roserade in Empoleon? Ross Gilbert, most of you probably know him from PTCGO Radio, and he also grinded into Worlds this year. He almost topped the battle roads that I won with the Roserade version, and he only played 4 to 6 supporters in it, which is, I find, really interesting. Because Roserade could just grab him what he needed, basically. It's really interesting. Right then, I start with Terrakion, and he's playing some kind of grass, and looks like he's got a poor start again. I do have a Fighting Energy. And let's have a look here. Right, there's a Ho-Oh, there's a Juniper. This is good, this is good. So I'm going to get a Ho-Oh into this card pile with a Fighting Energy. There's a lot of double colourless. I'm not liking that. So I do have normal Tornadus rather than Tornado CX in here, I think. Or I have both. Yeah, I've got both. Let's go for that. I also have the double colour. I probably should have waited, actually, to see if I could get this. How much is this? Come on. 60 HP. I'm just going to catch the Piplup. Go for a Rebirth, get a Tails, so that's it, and end my turn. I'm not a fan of this hand. 3 double colourless in a hand where I can happily Juniper. No, I don't like that at all. So he undoes the evolution, which is fair enough. He does get the Excelgor, so it's probably a good thing that I captured. It forces him to have the energy, which he does have, and he'll be able to paralyze me this turn, which is nice. So it looks like 2 of these double colours will be going into the discard pile. Something that's worrying for him is that if I get out of the paralysis lock, this could go very sour. Because he's only got 1 Pokemon, and Ho-Oh can spring out of nowhere. So what I do need here, is a Rebirth flip, a Super Scoop Up Heads, and I'll be ready. So it's attached to double colourless. Use a rebirth. Come on, rebirth. It's a Tails. No. But anyway, I've got the energy switch to try and get this 100 damage. And Juniper, I need a super scoop up or a switch. I run 4 of each. There's a switch. This game's over. And I'm really sorry, Techno Forever. These games haven't been too great for you, have they? But I do feel that Energy Switch is a really good card right now, actually. I'm really happy with how you can just manipulate energy and you can like stop your opponent from predicting you, kind of thing. That's really interesting. Something I'm noted about the format right now. So right, I'm really liking this Ho-Oh deck. So should we? Let's give Techno Forever one more chance because those games really weren't fair on him at all. And I want to get Ho-Oh working perfectly. A Ho-Oh turn 1 is really, really rare, but really, really awesome at the same time. And thank God I finally got my stream sorted out as well. I hope you're all enjoying it. Please post questions in the comments or anything you want to know about the current format that I'll try and answer. Any questions about me, if you really want to ask questions, go for it. That's what the stream's all about, basically. Let's try and search for another game with Techno Forever. His games have been really bad draw-wise for him. If not, I'll go for a random. Doesn't look like he's doing it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Right then, game 3 against Techno Forever, and I've got a choice here. My 2 good attackers, and I have a double colourless in hand. I can do more damage with a Mewtwo, but it depends on what he's playing. I'm going for Mewtwo. And I'll keep the Tornadoes for now. And then let's have a quick look at what he's playing. Hopefully we get to see more of his deck this time, and his deck gives him better draws. And he goes first. So he's playing Rayquaza Eels again. A good deck against Ho-Oh, actually. Because it can just Oko EXs when it likes, when it's fully set up. And it's all good. So he gets an Ultra Ball. I don't have an amazing hand. I have no way to get Ho-Oh into the discard pile just yet. And he gets a Tynamo onto the field and discards a Electric and a Catcher with his Juniper. Right then, Fire onto his Rayquaza is a good start. And play is passed on to me, and there's a Ho-Oh. But I have no way of getting into the discard pile. I do have a Catcher KO on his Tynamo though, which is awesome. But first, a little thing I need to remember about order. Actually doing it. Just go for Cheron. Hopefully I draw a Juniper. I really want a Juniper like this. So go an N, a Heavy Ball, and another Catcher and a Fire. That's not bad. It could be worse. But I need to go into discard pile that Ho-Oh there. I'm going to get a Terrakion as well. So I'd rather him try and KO... What's he doing? I just clicked Terrakion. I'd rather let him KO my Terrakions than my EXs, because that would just be better for me. I'm going to catch up his Tynamo and take an initial prize. Right then, we'll be going to MCM Expo next weekend. To be honest, I'm not sure what it is, so type in the comments what it is. I probably won't be, to be honest. I've got a Battle Roads to go to on Saturday. My favourite deck in this format, Sableye hammers. I just love playing Darkrai, and Sableye is really consistent. I love consistent decks, but I also love fun decks like Ho-Oh and stuff too. I feel this format is quite healthy and really fun too. So yeah, there you go. What's the highest you've ever placed in tournaments? Well, last year I went to 3 states. I top 8'd all of them. I went to the Prague Cup. I got top 32 there, 20th place overall, which was really awesome. And I also won a Battle Road, so that was the first tournament I ever actually won. I've top 8'd a lot of tournaments. My best ones being states, UK Nationals as well last year. So hoping to do better this year and go straight for the invite. Evolution, what do you recommend for just getting into local card scene? The main thing is searching for a league, if you're talking about Pokemon. Leagues are really important. I don't actually have one near me, which is a real pain, because it's a struggle to get cards and stuff. But now PTCGO is on here, you have a good way to get cards when trading's up, obviously. Good way to get cards, good way to practice the game, and just a lot of good things about this game can help to play the game properly. So here we have... So yeah, those are actually really good questions. Thanks for sending those. Please tell me what MCM Expo is. Forgive me for being a bit thing. Here we go. I should come to MCM. It's awesome. It's an anime expo. Oh yeah, awesome. Can't say I'm into anime a whole lot, but obviously Pokemon and Death Note is a really awesome anime. If any of you know about that, then do check that out. So what have we got here? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's a good trade. Oh, this chat box. Stay closed. I'm not going to end. Almost. Where is the MCM Expo, by the way? I think my hand's good for now. I really want to hoe in the discard pile, but I've got a strong position. 100 onto that Rayquaza will knock it out next turn. In comes an electric. How do you think the Rayquaza electric decks will do in the next format from Neo Alpha PS? In the next format, as in boundaries crossed, I'd say it's still strong because it can just one-hit KO every single EX in the format. A lot changes for it because of Landorus. Landorus is the biggest card in that set. It's so good. 1 energy for a 30-30 snipe. Pretty crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite good. And in comes an end, so... He's going to get a double Celestial Roar. He could get a switch, retreat stuff going on. We draw a hand of... What is that? Not liking that at all. So it's in London. I'll have a look, actually. Video game stuff interests me too. Not a lot into that, but obviously if you've seen my other videos, you'll have seen that I'm into that too. So I do have a catcher, which is amazing. Amazing. Lots of questions in here, so really great, really great. I really enjoy answering these questions while I'm playing. So, Milster UK, I'm thinking about experimenting Ho-Oh and Beautyfly. Do you think that could work? Beautyfly, if I remember, is that the one that can fish for energy out of the deck? And what stage is it? And have I played any other card game or just Pokemon? Pokemon is the only proper card game I've played. With like tournaments and stuff. I've dabbled in Yu-Gi-Oh, but not liked it at all, to be honest. I really don't like... The best thing I like about Pokemon is the community. The community is just amazing. All the people like yourselves watching streams, just chatting about Pokemon, and we've never even met before. That's just the amazing thing. And you can meet loads of great people at tournaments, travel the world. I've traveled to other countries to play this game. I just love the community. It's amazing. And from Eaglemaster 222, what is the best card in the format? I think that's easily either Darkrai or Sableye. Sableye because... Sableye maybe not because it can only be used in certain decks, but Darkrai because it's created such an amazing thing. Wow, this is a big random receiver. It's a Bianca. Not the card he was looking for, I would have thought. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Sableye. It's really good in dark decks that can use it, and other decks that use dark energy or blend and stuff like that. But Darkrai, it's pretty much dominated every format it's been in, dominated previous format, and it's pretty much dominating this one too in 2 different decks, or 2 or 3 if you count like the Darkrai Terrakions. So yeah, that's pretty much my thought on the stuff. He's got to use a Juniper, ouch. He's really having to clutch at straws here. Milster UK back to Beautifly. It is a stage 2, which is a bit unfortunate. If it was stage 1, I would consider it more. But yeah, it's a good thing to try. You just need to have the Juniper in hand to make the most of it, basically. I'd prefer running it straight, just like this. Maybe running more energy search. You can get energy into your hand before you Juniper or Ultra Ball could be an idea. Something I might try out myself, actually. But I think you'd have to sacrifice too much space for the too much consistency, too much space, to be honest. But it's going to be a fun deck you could try. I might see if I've got it on here, actually. I can play it later on. Right, so he's going to catch her. And Dynamotor. And my hand is still looking pretty sketchy. He's got 20 on this. I mean, an energy, which means 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 I can do. 20, 40, 60, 80. Could really do with a fighting energy. But I don't really want to end because his hand is bad, I think. It's just going to have to be a Mewtwo go this time, I think. See, how much HP does this? 120. Yeah, that's another thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is incredibly expensive. The thing I like about Pokemon this year is that they've made the EXs readily available for people to use. That's really awesome. Some of the best EXs in the game are available through tins, which is really, really cool. Any thoughts on Boundaries Crossed so far? I haven't had a massive look at it because we haven't had the proper set list yet. We've had most of it from Japan, but I'm not too sure. One I've just talked about is Landorus EX. That's an incredible card. That's going to be so big in the next format. It's unreal. Keldeo, obviously. Blastoise as well. Just some really great cards in the set. There's some interesting ones too, like Bicycle, Skylar, and Ace-Spec cards are coming as well, I think. I'm not sure which ones. I know Gold Potion is. Gold Potion is going to be really cool too. Gold Potion, just a free healing of 90 off your Pokemon. I think a lot of people are going to be using that. You do only get one, but Pokemon like Sableye can get that back. That's going to be really, really strong. Sableye, I think, is going to go up in play because of the ability to get Ace-Spec cards back. Ace-Spec cards, you're only allowed 1 in your deck for a reason. They're so good. So back to this game, and I've just taken out his Electric with a Power Blast. And I need 1 more EX KO for the game. There's a Raikou, that's interesting. Just not having the acceleration is hurting quite a bit. What other questions have we got here? How much do you love or hate the lack of Junkam or Pont in this format? I am really missing Pont right now. I don't like using Charon or Bianca. They're really lackluster cards compared to Pont. I play against a few decks on here that are completely black and white on, apart from having Pont in. And they have so much of an advantage over me. It's incredible. Junkam, I'm quite a fan of that card being gone. It's a lot... I feel there's a bit more skill in the game at having to conserve your resources, if I dare say that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, basically. You have a lot to conserve your resources, and Sableye isn't as good as Junkam. It's still good, but there's still a way around it, as in KOing it, basically. I'm going to get rid of an Ultra Ball and a switch. And I can actually get a Ho-Oh into the discard pile. This is amazing. Dominion D, no problem, that's what I'm here for. You're watching my stream, so the best I can do is answer your questions. So what have we got here? Any thoughts on White or Black Curum? One of them is quite good. I can't remember which one. I can't remember the difference between them, to be honest, which is quite bad. But one of them is quite good because it's Dragon type, but because they are Dragon type, it's going to be really bad against Rayquaza, basically. That's going to be its downfall. The Ace Spec cards it can use, one of them is better than the other. I'm really sorry I can't remember them, but one of them is quite good. The only thing that's letting them down is their Dragon weakness. So I can get another Ho into this guy pile, which is cool. And next time I can get another one. So this is a really good running for Ho right now. Milster UK. Oh, sorry. Pokemon Espionage. Is there a decent Psychic deck? The best one I've seen so far, if you're going for Psychic decks, is Gothitelle Gardevoir or Darmanitan Gardevoir. The one that gives you, like, extra energy cost for Psychic Energy, if you know what I mean. That's pretty interesting. Milster UK, do you think BC Charizard will make much of an appearance in decks? I can't actually remember what it does, so if you remind me quickly on the comment section what it does, I will answer that question. So I get a Heads on Rebirth, which is really going to help. So I only have one energy. I didn't even know that. That's really embarrassing. Have I gone to Worlds as player? No, I haven't actually been to Worlds ever, to be honest. Unfortunately. I'm hoping to get the invite this year, though. I'm doing okay. I've only got 15 points at the moment, but I've only been to 2 events. I went 4-2 at one event, missing cut, which was kind of annoying. But my deck just didn't like me that day. The other one, I obviously went 6 or 7-1 and won the whole thing and got 15 points, which was awesome. So I am going for an invite this year. I've got another Battle Roads on Saturday and a Regionals coming up at the middle of November. So hopefully I'll be set for an invite. What have we got here? Do you think Skylar will be played Colress? Is Colress in the next? I don't think Colress is in the next set. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Skylar it's okay. It's good. The fact they can get you one of any card in your deck is really strong. Maybe used in something that needs kind of twins this year, because obviously last year they didn't have it. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. So what deck do I think I will bring to regionals if I'm going? Something really consistent or something a bit more risky? That's from John Devery. So regionals is very soon for me. It's in the 17th of November. Regionals in America are pretty much gone, I think, or been done with. There are a lot around Europe and around Europe basically to be finished. I will be running something really consistent. You need it for regionals, basically. The events get to 6 or 7 rounds. You are going to need it for that. Let's see if I can hit a super scoop up heads here. Let me just concentrate on the game just for 2 secs, and then I will get back to your questions. Just going to end myself, which is pretty weird. So yeah, getting back to that, I will be running as consistent deck as I can, basically, which will probably be Darkrai Hammers, or I really still like Darkrai Hydreigon, to be honest. Damn, I forgot about Skyro Bridge. Yeah, I still have a warming to Darkrai Hydreigon because I did win with it, but I think it's getting a little bit weaker. This consistency isn't working out for me right now, so probably something Sableye based. Or Rayquaza Ills I quite like as well. Split Bomb, 40 damage to 2 Pokemon's really good for Milster UK. Scorching Fire, 150 for 1 fire and 4 colourless, so 5 energy. That's pretty aggressive energy cost right there. Oh, I didn't have the box open. He plays 4/4 ill but had 2/2 prize. His deck does not like me. Good game. I'm really sorry, Techno Forever, about your deck's issues there. But yeah, they just actually showed how Ho-Oh worked for once. So I'm going to quickly go over some questions because I got a bit distracted by the game there. So we have... I think 5 energy is a bit too much just for 150. You can do a lot of damage like that with that much energy with stuff like Mewtwo and Rayquaza as well. So I don't think it's going to be amazing because it's stage 2. For 1 fire and 4 lightning on a Rayquaza, you can do a lot of damage. And DK Quagmire, what are your thoughts on Poison Hypnotic Beam from Japanese Plasma Gale set? It's a trainer card that causes instant poison, then you flip a coin. If heads, it's now asleep. It's really interesting, actually. It might bring Ninetales into kind of like tier 2-ish. It's just a really interesting way to get some kind of stall out of your opponent, as well as getting some special conditions on them. So, really interesting card. Thoughts on Secret Rare Kurium for Dragon Volt? I actually looked at this in... The first time I saw it, I was thinking maybe it could fit in stuff like Hydreigon, because you can get it out in one go with the colourless cost. But if it did a little bit more damage with its first attack, actually, how much does its first attack do? Is it 90? But anyway, it's okay. It's not bad. The fact that it only gives up 1 prize and is Dragon type is really strong, and I think some people might try it as the one-off tech in Hydreigon. So there you go. Now, Alpha PS, is there any chance that Rayquaza Emboar will be getting any good in the new set? I'm a big fan of fire Pokemon. I want to see them in the top tiers. Emboar has always been a questionable one. It's got a high retreat cost and no real consistent way to get it out all the time. We do have stuff like Hydreigon, which is stage 2 and in tier 1, but it has a lot of a better ability, I would say. The big thing that Emboar is missing right now is a good way to get energy out of the discard pile, because Fisherman is gone. Fisherman was a really strong card in that deck, so I'm not sure if it's going to be able to get into the top tiers very soon. I do like it maybe running with like 4 Blend and some Darkrai. Maybe that would be an option, something for you to try out, but Emboar, bit too clunky for my liking. Techno Forever, thanks for the games. I'm really sorry about your deck, and thanks for the compliment. David Rice, want to play? Yeah, sure. I'm going to be playing a couple more games and then probably call it a day. So just add me. My name is Danjem, DANJEM, and you'll pop up on the top of my screen right now. And then we'll play while I answer some new questions. Pokemon Espionage again. In your opinion, what would be the best meta breaker or deck that should be meta but it isn't? That's a really strange question. One that is breaking the meta a little bit right now is Bouffalont Terrakion with Mewtwo's and stuff. That's a really interesting deck and really hard to deal with as well if they get a better start than you. It's not that inconsistent either, because you can attack from like turn 2. Bouffalont's really interesting. Bouffalont can get guaranteed 2 hit KOs on EXs with Eviolites, which is a big thing in this format right now. And that's pretty much what I've got right now. Not a deck that should be meta. I don't think there's really anything out there that hasn't been discovered right now. There's a lot of new decks that keep coming out. Darkrai Garbler is a new one. That's really interesting. I've got a build of it on here. Pretty weird to play though. It's like a less consistent Hammers deck, but it's got a bit more lock involved in it. It's really hard to play actually. Am I playing Igor? I don't know. I'm not really sure. If he accepts my challenge, then sure. But David Rice, if you do want to play quick, I think that's how you say your last name. If you want to play quick, then do add me before I challenge Igor for a game. I don't even know if he's going to accept. He might be in a game himself. And here we go. I've got 2 friend requests. Adal Wolf and Frequency of Life. I'm not sure who you are in the chat, so do make yourselves known. So this is really cool. I'm really enjoying this stream actually, and it's because of you guys sending in questions and playing me. I'm really enjoying it, so thanks guys. I will continue to stream much more often. MyPie225, that's an awesome name. Sorry, my name is Danjem, D-A-N-J-E-M. Let me type it. It's at the top. Oh, it's not, because I've got an overlay on it. Where it says select my deck, I will type it in. It's not in capitals, but I just want you to be able to see it. So add that. It's not actually my account. It's my other half's account, Gemma. She's pretty good at this game too. She 6-0'd the battle roads that I went 4-2 at. Right, I have a challenge from Frequency of Life. But what deck shall I play? Any requests from the crowd here? I'm going for Darkrai Hydreigon. Let's see how this goes. John Devery, let's go. So let's hope this works. Here we go. So I start with a Darkrai, and we see what my opponent's playing. He's also possibly Darkrai Mewtwo for a Dark Patch and some double colourless in there, which is an okay matchup. This is my exact Battle Roads list actually. I haven't changed it up much. I would like to change it up a bit more. But I've got the cards for it on here, so why not? Let's draw a card because he mulliganed, and try and go first for once, which doesn't happen. Tails is supposed to never fail. So this is a Sableye, an Eviolite on the Darkrai, an Energy, and an N. So quick turn for him. Oh, you're Don Devery, you're my Pi 225. Okay, sorry. Right then, I do have a Garbodor deck. It's Darkrai Garbodor, as I was talking about just now. It's pretty interesting, actually. So I've got an okay hand. Got myself a Dino. So I'm actually going to Cheren first, which is kind of weird, but I just want to see if I draw any kind of Hydreigon parts. I do draw a Hydreigon. And another Darkrai. See what I mean about Cheren is so lackluster compared to Pont. I miss you, Pont. And that is me done for the turn. So the thing I don't like about Darkrai Hydreigon is how slow it can be. You can pick games up from the back foot. If you can be like 3 or 4 prizes down and still take the game. But I'm not too... I don't like it too much. So it looks like slow starts from both of us. At least I get 2 Dinos on the board, just in case he gets some crazy Night Spear thing going on. I would have liked to get Sableye, but I don't really need anything yet, to be honest. In comes another Darkrai, another Eviolite as well, so that's good for me because I run two Tool Scrappers in the deck. Random Receiver gets him an N. I don't mind that. He is playing his N's a lot, so he must be looking for something else. And there's another N, unfortunate for him. There's a Max Potion in there as well, to note. I'm not sure what he's playing now. He could just be playing Darkrai Hammers with some Max Potions in there. I did see double colours too, so I'm guessing he might play Mewtwo as well. And he plays an N, so N comes down and ends away my Hydreigon. But that doesn't matter too much. Would have been very lucky to Cheren into the Rare Candy. I've got a Rare Candy and a Hydreigon. Wow, that's a pretty amazing hand right there. He gets heads on with Confuse Ray, which is a bit annoying. But, yeah. The strong thing about Darkrai Hydreigon is that if you do get the rare candy Hydreigon, you've got a real advantage against the rest. Two more Dinos. I wish I had an Ultra Ball to get rid of those right now. So do I have a way to get another Dark Energy? I don't, but I do have a way to Junk Hunt, which is cool. Do I have anything to Junk Hunt though? Got an Ultra Ball, a Level Ball, and a Rare Candy. So nothing I really want, to be honest, so I'm just going to bench this. Dark Trance, this stuff. Come on. Come in. And go for a Confuse Ray, because I don't need anything from here. I really don't. And I get Tails. That doesn't matter too much though. Techno Forever, do you think Tool Scrapper is a staple card or will be as we progress? I definitely think Tool Scrapper is a staple card, but only if you can fit it in. If you have those 2 spare tech spaces, it's really awesome. Eviolite is a big player in the format right now. And I'm just trying to concentrate on what he's doing right now. Energy Switch. So this is a Tornadus Mewtwo Darkrai. Pretty interesting actually. And he gets a Night Spear KO too. Not too much of an issue. Right then, what I was saying, Tool Scrapper is really amazing because it can get past Eviolite, basically. Eviolite's a big player in the format, and as you can see, I'm about to get rid of both of his. I'm not sure if he runs it at all, but it's going to be a pain for him to lose his Eviolites. And if you run Tool Scrapper in a mirror match, it's a big issue for your opponent, because you're going to get 2-shot, and your opponent is going to get 2-shot, and you're going to get 3-shot. So can probably do the math. So I need a Dark Patch and an Energy here. That would really help. Dark Patch. Come on, Energy. There's an Energy. Awesome. Kajmir 34. Why don't I run an Eviolite in my rails? Because I don't feel it really needs it, to be honest. Rayquaza's one-hit KO and everything anyway, and you kind of want their EXs to attack you. So that you can one-shot them. You can take 2 shots. Eviolite is... There's more important things like Tool Scrapper, and then that pretty much negates you not really running Eviolite, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's the reason I don't. This is a really cool cheat. So let's go ahead and Night Spear. And what to put 30 on? Tornadus. If he does get an Eviolite, I'm not too worried. It will be a bit of a pain, but if he doesn't, that's big, really big. Here comes a Sableye. He's putting in a Junk Hunt for those Eviolites. John Devery, what do you think of a Mewtwo Darkrai deck? So he has Max Potion. Is he actually going to use that on... He does use that on his Darkrai, that's pretty big. So what do you think of a Mewtwo Darkrai deck just for stalling? I also run True Sigilif. Mewtwo Darkrai is really... It's pretty good, actually. As you can... It's a lot of, like... It has a lot of versatility because it can run Energy Switch and Double Colorless. And a lot of people run Mewtwo, giving you an extra kind of attacker against electric decks. normal electric decks. Right then, random receiver. So big thing, he wasn't able to junk hunt that turn. So I will be able to capture this turn and hit that Darkrai again because he had max potion. Come on, random receiver. Random receiver is a card that takes a long time for some reason. I'm hoping it's not frozen or anything. It's an N. It was the top card, so why are you taking so long in showing me it? Right then, we've got another blend. I do have Giratina in this deck. Giratina is going to be really good in this matchup. I love Giratina, actually, in this deck. If it's okay in the mirror, if you play it properly. But yeah, I do like it in this deck a lot. Try and get this down again. I'm gonna have to start sniping Darkrai's because he's gonna be putting Eviolites on them soon if he gets that junk hunt off. But his energy is dwindling a little bit, especially because of that max potion. And I'm gonna have to waste another catcher to get 2 prizes, which I'm not a big fan of. There comes a max potion again. Check how many catches I've used. I think it's 2. It's 1, so that's not bad. And back come the Eviolites. And a dark patch. So I do only run 1 Sableye in this deck, which is an issue. I need to change that up, definitely. So I could do with 1. So I just checking that I have only played 1 catcher. DK Quagmire, do you use Giratina EX in your Darkrai Hydreigon and online and in real life? Yeah, I do. I really like Giratina, as I was saying just now. I used it in my real deck, well, deck I play in actual life, I guess you could say, to win my Battle Roads. And it was the MVP of that day. Most valuable Pokemon. So I'm just thinking about what to do here. Go for nice speed. I don't know why I didn't M anymore. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I run Giratina, it's not too bad. But I do get the prize and get rid of that Sableye as well, which was kind of annoying. It's because I'm answering your questions, I'm just getting a bit distracted, but that's not a bad thing, please keep them coming. So in comes the Eviolite. I think I have a Tall Scrapper left, which is awesome. And there's the N. So, a pretty weird hand I've been given here. He's hitting a lot of dark patches. And manages to get a Night Spear off. I really want my Giratina out right now. To see if I can turn into some way to get it. It's a level ball, not what I wanted to see. Just checking how many ends you've played because I've got a max potion available to me now. Just played 2 ends, 3 ends. But I think I'm going to use it anyway because he could drop a double colourless and an energy switch on a Mewtwo and take me out. So I'm just going to get some Dark Trance going on. This does take quite a while though. SSBMCO, this is way better than the last stream. I know, it's glitch free today. I've been streaming for about, I don't know, like 2 hours now and 0 glitches. It's amazing. Everything's sorted out. I've got music, I've got graphics, it's all good. Let's heal that off. I'm going to level ball just to thin my deck a little bit. Thanks. SB, I can't see your name properly. SSBMCO. Oh, I should have checked. Should have checked if my Giratina was in there. Oh well. Why did that not work? Come on, PTCGO, work with me here. I do want to save my blend energies, actually, for my Giratina later on, which could come into action. And I really hope it does, because I just like using Giratina. Oh, that's fair enough. SSBMCO, you may have missed the first 2 hours, but this will be uploaded to YouTube so you can watch the whole thing again if you really want to do that. And I'll upload the key games. There was a really good game earlier that you missed out on, but I'll be able to put that on YouTube later on. So, I've got a Night Spear going on. I'm back in the Eviolite race, and I've got that Darkrai on the bench down to 60 HP. So let's see what he's got in response. He's used a lot of resources right now, and he must be running quite thin. He's got Chairman though, to try and get something out of this. The thing about running Max Potion in an energy switch based Darkrai is that you do lose a lot of energy, and you slow down quite a bit. That's pretty much it. David Wang, how many Giratinas do I run? I only run the one, because it's a secret, well, not secret tech, it's just a very specific tech. That's the word I was looking for. Right then, he goes for another Night Spear, gets another hit on my Darkrai, and I am just piling energy everywhere right now. I'm just going to save this, because if an N comes down, I'm not going to be too happy with that. I'm just going to Night Spear, and then hit the other Darkrai for 30, which puts up to 60, and means that I've got 2 Darkrai's in range for more simple Eviolite KOs. So he gets another energy on his Darkrai. And gets an energy switch too. I'm not sure what he's energy switching to now. Oh, Max Potion again. So he gets 140 off of that Darkrai and goes for another Night Spear. His Max Potion is getting really annoying now. He must have played 3 by now. 1, 2, 3, 3. Right, I'm going to take a Dragon Blast KO this turn. And I kind of need a Max Potion as well. I'm running out of Max Potions, which is why I need that other Sableye in the deck. I'm hoping this doesn't glitch out though, because we're having some troubles with Hydreigon's attack, where it's been freezing stuff. Hopefully that doesn't happen. They have been on 2 maintenances in the last 2 days, so hopefully that has fixed a few of the issues we've been having with that. And I'm actually debating an N right now. Yeah, I'm gonna N. And Blue Eye 95, this theme is pretty nice. It certainly is. It's from the same guy who made my background music on my PokemanDan channel. Oh no, this hand. I end myself into an awful hand. So I'm also going to move some energy across from these damaged Darkrai's. Things are getting desperate here. So I should be able to Dragon Blast for a KO. And now we'll find out whether it freezes. Dun dun dun. And it doesn't. So awesome. So I get my Giratina. It was hiding in there all along. And a Dark Patch. Amazing prizes. In comes a Mewtwo. Gets a Bianca for 2. Not the most optimum. That's why I really don't like Bianca either. I just don't like either of them. And Quanko, what does Giratina do? Exactly what Blue Eye 95 said. It gets straight through stuff like Eviolite, which is a massive player in the format right now, and just make sure that you can KO stuff, basically. So this has 60 damage on it. Do I have enough energy for a Dragon Blast? I do, so I'm just going to do that again. And Giratina should be able to sweep up that last Tornado sitting there. So Dragon Blast, definitely an underrated attack. It's really, really good. So I'm just going to get my Giratina into play. I'm also going to Tool Scrapper because I just don't want that in my hand if I get End. I'm a bit annoyed that I've got these Dinos just hanging around, but you can't do too much about that. So let's go for another Dragon Blast, take 2 more prizes. And we should be on our way to winning this game. If we don't get ends next turn, we've got this game all wrapped up. And I will take it with Giratina because I can. Because we need to give some Giratina some play up in here, don't we? Definitely do. Seems to be lagging out a little bit now. It's going a bit. It seems to happen with PTCGO. It just, if it's been running for a long time, it just kind of gets slower and slower. But I don't mind that too much. It's still running. In comes a catcher. And the inevitable N. So I'm hoping these Dinos don't reappear into my hand from my 1 card. It's a Max Potion. Probably the most amazing card I could have wanted. And things are getting a little bit scary right now. What would I say is the most underrated deck right now from Geomatic? I would say Zekrom Eels, but normal Zekrom Eels, not with Rayquaza or anything. Rayquaza is good, but I think that an Eviolite Zekrom is a big threat right now, and it can utilize Raikou quite well too. So here we go, let's use Shred, 0 card hand, and he needs to retreat this turn or Max Potion again. And Ho-Oh as well. Ho-Oh is really underrated. When it gets going, it's really awesome. If you have a good day, you can take down pretty much anything. The fact they can run a lot of Terrakions and spring them out of nowhere is amazing. But yeah, really cool stuff. Frequency of Life. I didn't have... I drew pretty well. We just top decked to Juniper. Game's not over though. So Giratina's coming strong for me now. I do have a lot of heavily damaged EXs though, which I'm not a fan of. And yeah, he's going to retreat. He's going to have to retreat. And pass. Oh my god. He's going to hate me. I top decked a Juniper. Oh no. I feel so bad. But as you can see, if you do draw like a god, it's good stuff. So I'm going to get some of this Tosh out of my hands right now. I have 3 catches in my deck. That's incredible. What do I think is best deck in format? This is definitely really awesome. If they all set up perfectly, this is usually the best deck in format. But I think Darkrai Hammers, you know what? Yeah, this is best deck in format. If you can make a really consistent version, then there's not much you can lose against, really. How much longer am I going to stream? I'm going to stream, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Haven't set a time, but it is almost 10 PM in the UK right now. It's getting a bit late. That top deck was incredible, I know. He must be raging right now, the other side of the screen. And from Techno Forever, what helped me to improve my good game, I guess. I did have the win next turn if he's going to attach with Mewtwo. I think that just shows that the Energy Switch version is just a little less better at conserving energy. That was the main reason for him not getting ahead in that game. But thanks for the game anyway. Really enjoyable game, that one. Back to that question, Techno Forever. Dan, what helped you improve your play during your career? Playtesting with friends, question mark. I don't actually live near most of the mates that I play Pokemon with, so I play online a lot on this. You don't, now that you've got to play against friends option on there, it's really nice. I play a lot on PlayTCG before PTCGO was released, and that's pretty much it really. Just getting to know the best people in the UK and then playing against them. Definitely something I do recommend is playing against people who are much better than you. I play against like Tommy Roberts a lot, George Boone, really some of the top players in the UK. I also play against a guy called Vincent Aslin, who came second at French Nationals a long time ago, or last year, a long time ago, I don't know what I'm talking about. But playing against people who are better than you is very good, and also deck building is half the battle as well. You need to make good decks, make consistent decks, try not to fit too much strange stuff in, and you should be good to go. So I think I'm going to play another game. I'm having a lot of fun here. I'm not sure how long I've been streaming for actually, I can't see the timer. But let's go for... I think we're going to go for Hammers again, because I really like that deck. I'm just going to play a random guy. Oh yeah, Olubane, I know him, he's pretty good too. It's just a lot of... Just get to know the people in your area, get to know the good people, get to know the people that play a lot, basically. People who play against a lot of the people in your area, and just get a feel of the game. The more you play, the better you're going to become. There's no real secret, just practice does make perfect, and getting good lists as well. But a list is only half the battle. I think this is going to be one more game, and then I will end the stream here because I'm getting a bit tired. Need a tea fix. So last game, it's hammers. See if we do get a good game, but we have had some really good games today. Not liking that hand. Do I know what Igor plays? No, the times I've played against him, he's played Rayquaza, Eels, and Darkrai Mewtwo as well, so you don't really know what kind of deck a player plays. He might just opt for different things, and it's a Chikorita. It's a Chikorita. But my hand is pretty awful. Just going to plus power that and tackle for 20. Confuse ready for 10. Tails. And I said that Sableye was the most consistent, and it's flopping out on me again. That's the second time that's happened. But that can happen in this format. You can just draw nothing, basically. I need a confuse rate hit here. No. Then he always won 4 out of 5 regionals. Does that change my game plan? No, I'll probably still play Darkrai. Darkrai does have a strong matchup against it. Hammer Time is really good against the Rayquaza version, as long as you hit those crucial flips. But even without the flips, you can still do well. Oh, thank God, a Cherin. What is going on? Finally aheads. Chikorita is getting a bit too up in Sableye's face right now. If he evolves, I'm done for. This would be a pretty embarrassing way to end the stream too. Oh, he evolves into a Metapod. A potion, no! So he manages to hit me with a Razor Leaf. 3 dark patches and my only supporter is a Juniper. It's not good. And if I don't draw a Pokemon, I'm gone. I'm a goner. Have I tested Victini and Rails? I saw that, an N, thank God. Yeah, Rayquaza, Eels, and normal Eels obviously can run that. It's pretty interesting actually. I saw Ross Cawthon in the finals of that regionals. I watched the stream, and it was a really interesting way to set up behind a Paralysis lock. You can't really do much against it. Not many decks play Switch anymore, apart from Rayquaza, apart from Eels themselves, sorry. And yeah, it's really interesting. So what is going on here? Am I just like playing Sableye? And I haven't got free retreat either. Awful. Okaketsu, I hope I said that name properly. Am I planning to go to next regionals? If so, what deck will I use? Regionals still haven't started for me yet in the UK. They start in November, so I will be going and probably use some kind of Darkrai variant, to be honest. It's the most consistent out there, but I could find something else in the meantime. I'm not too sure yet. There's still quite a way to go. And this has just evolved. Interviewers, he's going to be getting 50 attacks off now. This is not good. Okay, I only used hammering. Come on, let's get some Darkrai magic on here, come on. Still not happening. Metapod, come on. Let's see. No, they're not all in the UK and Europe. Regionals aren't all on the same day, so you just have to check the tournament locator. I know that Nottingham's regionals is on, I think, like the middle of November. So if you book onto that soon, you'll be able to do that. Get onto the regionals, which are really good points getters. They're all on different weekends. I am thinking that all my Darkrai's are prized. This is getting pretty embarrassing right now. Well, I've got Sableye. Come on now. There's one Darkrai. There's only two Darkrai's in there, so I guess that's why we weren't drawing into them very well. It's pretty bad though, still. Blue Eye 95. One switch, yeah, that'd be pretty good. Because then you can Sableye them back. Rumble is also pretty annoying for Darkrai players too, or any players really. John Devery, favourite playmat? I actually like the newest world's one. It's really nice. It's a bit bigger than normal ones, but yeah, I really like it. I do like the cities ones as well. The cities ones from last season, I think, the Heart Gold Soul Silver one. In comes a Pont. Yeah, I really like those ones. That's one I use now. I just think the artwork's pretty cool, and I like the size of them too. They're really nice, fit on pretty much any table. So what is going on here? Dramatic, thanks for the compliment. I'm glad you enjoyed watching. Have fun at work tomorrow. Finally, a Darkrai is coming into play. See if we can get some of this finally KOing. Seems to not want me to be basic green. Yeah, I will definitely do these streams again. I'm hoping to do one every week if I get the time. Finally sorted out the technical issues, which is awesome. But for those of you that do miss them, I will post. YouTube kind of automatically posts the stream back onto my page, so you'll be able to watch like the key moments. But I will post the best games from my stream in new commentated matches, so you'll be able to see them too. And it's taking forever to let me use my prize. Come on now. How from 803 Dax? Hey Dan, I was just wondering what got you into Pokemon and competitive play. Thanks and keep up the awesome vids. I actually was playing Pokemon Black and White #1. I think it was #1. Oh no, it's Heart Gold Soul Silver, one of the best Pokemon games, by the way. Heart Gold Soul Silver. Those two games were really awesome, and we kind of looked into like events just randomly and found the video game nationals, but we couldn't go to those, and then stumbled across the TCG and started to get into those, bought a theme deck like everyone else, and just got really into it and found out there were competitive events for those as well. Went along to one, loved it, and didn't stop. So it seems to not let me take my prize, which is really annoying. I think oh, there we go. And then comes this Bailey. Hope it doesn't evolve, because then I can take 2 prizes the next turn. Finally conceded. And I think I'm going to end the stream there. That was the last game I was going to be playing today, and I just want to thank you all for watching. It's been really cool chatting to you all, answer your questions, and yeah, really awesome to watch. Hopefully. So I'll quickly finish up these questions. SSBMKO. Do I have BW2 yet? I do. I have Black and White too, so it's really awesome. I really like the game actually. I like them more than Black and White 1, so it's got to be good. And the last question I'm going to answer today, playing MKS. What do I think about playing 2 Sableye and 1 or 2 Emolga in Darkrai Hydreigon? It's not too bad because you can get the energy off of Emolga later on. It allows you to play less Dino, but I wouldn't play less than 3. I play 4 in the list that you saw earlier. And yeah, you can play it if you like. I'd rather run 3 Sableye if I can fit that space in. So definitely try those out. So that is going to be the end of the stream. Thanks all of you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do. thanks for joining me in the stream, thanks for asking me questions, and you'll see the best games from this stream uploaded soon. Got 2 really good games that I expect to upload, I guess this week or next week. And if you've missed the stream, then, or want to show people the stream, then this will be up very, very soon in its full entirety. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.